Take it back. At this point in time, I will. AAC. Take it back. At this point in time, I will. At this point in time, I'll take the microphone back to the chairman of the party to officially dissolve the ESCO. And immediately that ESCO is dissolved, the CPC chairman takes over that seat and conducts the protocols for the convention, election convention of the party. The Commissioner.
Yes. We are very sad to leave. And this is the most painful part of today's event. As they say in Nigeria, to use your hand to dissolve yourself. But everything that has a beginning must have an end. And the tenure of the ESCO here, the National Working Committee of the AAC, that started in 2018, rejuvenated in 2022 because of the lawsuit, has come to an end. But let me explain one thing to you. All right. So, that's why I always walk around with a lawyer. So, I want to say something quickly. That you must ask yourself, why did we stay this long in the ESCO of AAC? We started the ESCO in 2018 and had a convention around what time? October 6, 2018. We went for election February 2019. I returned to the US for the first time. I was on a plane where it was announced that the ESCO had been dissolved on TV, live. And before we could say Jack Robinson, a judge in Abuja also followed up by granting an injunction against us, illegal injunction. We tried everything we can. But we have good news. That judge, Justice Ekwo, is a judge that was suspended for a year for corruption by the NGC recently. Such a judge should never even have come back to work. But you know Nigeria, when they come back, they might even promote him to the Court of Appeal. So that was the battle we fought from that 2019. And when I was arrested in 2019, the secretary who hijacked the party went and had an illegal convention in Omoyele. I was in detention. And they announced themselves, true people who are not members of the party, that they are taking over the party with USC. Let me shock you. When they will now get a secretariat in Abuja, they went and rented a secretariat inside the army barrack in Abuja, so that you cannot even enter your own party secretariat. But with the help of our amazing lawyer, we defeated them in the Court of Appeal, and hence took back the party since 20. He still went back to court. He wanted the Federal High Court to reverse the decision of the Court of Appeal, and the judge rejected it. He still owes us. He's owing us about 700,000 naira. If you find him, you must collect the money from him. So that is what makes our tenure to start again in 2022. So technically, our tenure expires in this year, and we were informed by INEC that we will inform INEC that we will have a convention. We started with the state congresses, and now we are here with a convention, and this ESCO is going to come to an end. But it will not until one thing happens. Somebody must move a motion for the dissolution of the ESCO, and it must be seconded, and then we will announce with tears that we are leaving. Thank you very much. So please, if you want to move a motion for...
Call for motion.
You guys can't even wait.
A delegate must move the motion. It has to be a delegate. Please, when you are moving the motion, state your name, state, and the office you hold. AAC! 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 My name is Robert Andy Agena. I'm the chairman FCT, African Congress. Andy Robert Agena. Chairman, African National Congress, FCT chapter. So I'm moving a motion for our for the dissolution of our National Working Committee. Even though they have done so marvelous for us, there is need for them to take a rest for other people to also emerge and let's.
Thank you so much. Second motion. Second, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tayo Adele, the AAC Osun State Chapter Chairman. So I seconded the motion to dissolve the current NWC of African Action Congress, this convention 2025. Thank you very much, comrades. You guys have no business here anymore.
Yes. Having fulfilled our tenure. Thank you. In the last 2
Come now.
I should. I might add one or two to my president's speech. I said it all, but we feel very embarrassed. We feel very ashamed. We feel very perplexed that the man who has benefited more on free speech in this country today than any other person alive today is the same man on whose accounts and on whose watch another man who has fought over the years for his own freedom and rights is being charged to court for exercising that same right that they've enjoyed over the years. In this country has enjoyed or benefited more from the right of free speech like President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But on account of calling the president to order and asking him to be accountable to the Nigerian people, Mr. Sowore was charged to court for calling him. We repeat for the 10th time that the attempt at shrinking the civic space would be resisted. Nigerians have a right to air their opinions freely in matters of public importance. And the government has no business attempting to shrink that civic space. It is also quite embarrassing that the government, whom almost half of the country has been taken over from by bandits, who shares our sovereignty with bandits and kidnappers, whom kidnappers are every day on the social media, doing TikTok, openly, and ransom by persons in government preoccupy itself with shrinking and arresting and prosecuting persons that have only called for accountability. What happens to Bello Turji and the other bandits all over the country who are kidnapping Nigerians daily for ransom? The same bandits that state actors are paying ransom to. What happens to marauders and killers in this country today? This same government negotiates with them, pays their ransom, but still have the temerity to arrest the same Nigerians who are only asking that, can the country be better for all? It's quite a shame and it's quite very embarrassing. But we will insist that the civic space in this country must be broadened. We also started a case in court where the same president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, alongside other persons, were charged for the offense of sedition. Ebuto Ukuwe.
Yes.
When they were charged to court, they also applied that they be granted bail. But more fundamentally, they also insisted that the liberty to speak what they feel to persons in government and authority cannot be taken away from them. And the court agreed with them and freed them in that charge. On what basis is a man that has insisted over the years on enjoying these same rights, shrinking it and stopping others from enjoying the same rights? Was the man who has called this same president a warlord, a drug lord, not rewarded with an ambassadorial appointment? So what happens to people who call him criminals every day? So sorry. What happens to people who are his friends in government but have said that he's a drug baron? What happens to them? Yes. But simply because Omoyele Sowore has refused to play ball with them, they want to ensure that they put him behind bars. Nigerians must rise and take up the gauntlet and resist this attempt until we are all free. We are not free. We must rise and challenge this government of today and insist that we have the right to express ourselves on matters of public importance. And nobody can take that right from us. Thank you.
Are you ready for trial on the adjourned date?
We are very ready for trial. As a matter of fact, we have insisted that this charge ought not to be in the first place. We have informed the court that this charge is defective and this charge ought not to be filed in the first place. We have also filed an objection to the charge. On the next adjourned date, we will take the objection while we will be urging the court to strike out or dismiss this charge for being incompetent and for it ought not to have been filed in the first place. Thank you.
A few weeks back,
Yes.
the prosecution in this case
Yes.
was actually angry at the fact that you missed the arraignment.
VDM.
And according to him, he saw you on News Central Television.
Yes.
He was not happy about that.
Yes.
Now you have been arraigned, and yes, you have taken your plea. What do you have to say concerning this whole trial, this whole case leveled against you?
You know, the prosecutor probably doesn't know me very well. Because the day I missed the arraignment, I was actually in Lagos, declared wanted by the overzealous commissioner of police in Lagos. So we're dealing with that in a federal high court, a broader court in Lagos. So, and we had written to them, and I agreed, because that date was not given in court. It was a day that somebody chose off record. So I'm not the kind of person that he was like. I think by the end of today's proceeding, he had come to that very inevitable conclusion and realization that Sowore is not a coward. And I was giving him signs in the court that you can get your pay, but don't violate my rights. So actually I was angry that I saw him berating me, but by the end of today also I've forgiven him. Because they are all citizens of this country that we are all working tirelessly to help. You know,
will see the light.
People like him will soon retire, so they will need a good country, and we are here to provide it.
But he wanted you to be detained.
That is his wish. But now we have a different wish for the Christmas, and that's to wish Nigerians Merry Christmas in advance. Everybody that is abducted, we want to see them released. Everybody that is suffering, we want them to have succor. And the judge took judicial notice of the personality in his court. And he's aware consciously that we are going into election.
Of course.
And that their candidate must be defeated, having failed in this country.
Resoundingly.
Yes.
After this particular case,
Yes.
another one was called.
Those were civil cases that we sued the DSS and Twitter and Facebook.
Why are you suing them?
Suing them for trying to violate my right online to do what constitutionally I'm empowered to do. But we haven't gotten there yet. So, but we have another case tomorrow against the illegal IGP. Yes.
So we say this particular case is aura for aura.
I don't want to comment on cases because more cases are going to come. I don't want to waste my time. This case never existed in the first place. And you can see the humility of the senior advocate Kende. By the time the case proceeded to the decision of the court, I think he had been sufficiently humbled by the kind of people we are. We have no apologies in saying that we deserve a country that works for all. And you see all these lawyers, they work for free just to make the country a better country. So I came prepared. As you can see, this is my detention bag. I'm serious. So in case there was a decision to send me to prison, I was prepared for it. I just came out of prison a few weeks ago.
Yes. So, inside what?
But like I said, that is not the issue for this trial. What is at stake in this case is what our lawyer has said. It's an attempt to muzzle some of us from exercising our fundamental right to speak truthfully to power against the misuse, abuse of power, and the failure of these guys who are in government, who, by the way, have enjoyed free speech, even under military rule, that we guaranteed as student leaders in this country.
Let me push my luck a little bit.
Yes.
Nnamdi Kanu is in Sokoto.
Yes.
And this morning in court, that particular case was cited. And another from this same court was cited with them alleging that you disobeyed. And this was one of their bases for the court not to grant you bail. How would you react?
No. You see, the judge was the one who issued the order, this particular judge. And he knew that Kende SAN was lying about it. There was no order that said I cannot protest. He gave an order that we couldn't go to certain areas. But we were not served prescription. They say you must meet on Friday, close of business. Yes. They served us by WhatsApp on Saturday. But even at that, when we were protesting, we were nowhere near the restricted areas. But they still took laws into their hand by arresting, unlawfully detaining lawyers to Nnamdi Kanu. So what? To seek for damages over that.
It's coming up on the 14th.
So just take your time and watch some of these things unfold. Yeah.
Any comments, Council?
Because of our time, let's move straight to our next conversation. Now, when Nigerian writer Anaeze Okoro wrote his 1972 young adult and children novel, One Week, One Trouble, he definitely of the AAC, Omoyele Sowore.
Who's that?
Bot?
There's this one person, boy that is always here.
Before the Federal High Court in Abuja.
As soon as I come on, he comes in. I don't trust that person. I don't believe that person are robots.
A criminal.
The bots, not human. If you're a human,
media platforms on August 25.
According
to the prosecution, the purpose post was to cause law and order in the country, especially among individuals who hold divergent views on presidents.
Okay. That one person that is always there watching me or listening, show yourself if you are not a robot. I believe you are a bot. But anyway, let's I don't know. Fully, don't worry my life. Tired of that. I'm always worried your AAC they are doing. All right, here we are. Omoyele Sowore. I think yesterday we briefly talked about him. Me, blessed, and I think he's a why. Omoyele Sowore, Nigerian activist, journalist, founder of Sahara Reporters, 2 times presidential candidate, 2019 and 2023, and inshallah, he's going to be 3-time presidential candidate when he run for 2027. I serve as the national chairman of the left-wing African Action Congress since its founding in 2018. So Obi, who is a right-winger, decided to run on a left-leaning party. I'm proposing, since Sowore is the chairman of the party, make him give the ticket to Obi. Anyway, so he's been the party chairman, and the slogan of that party is what? Take it back. Take it back. I don't know who you want to take him back from and who you want to give him from to back. It's a revolutionary force advocating for social justice, economic equality, anti-corruption, youth empowerment, Sowore was re-elected unopposed for another 4-year term on November 29, 2025 at the party national convention in Abuja. This guy promote Nnamdi Kanu protest past this party national convention. What's going on? Amid a peaceful process that reaffirmed its commitments to people-centered governance, as of December 2012, as of today, Sowore remains INEC-recognized chairman. His leadership has been marked by internal conflicts. That was the video I played. At the beginning, he was giving the story by himself. Legal battles limited electoral success. So today, we are looking at Sowore not as a journalist, as an activist, as whatever. No. As a party chairman, somebody who a structure, a tiny fragment of the country has been entrusted in him. How far and how well has he done? Yes, party in a private property in own, but he's running in the public space. He want Nigerians to keen, he want Nigerians to grab power via that private entity. There's nothing wrong with that. But because it's a competition, you are competing with other political parties. There is a need for assessment from time to time to see if you are competing fairly well and there is a progress at all. And to furthermore share light on your leadership skill, ideology, and whatever the party stand for, the public perception, integrity, not him as a person, but the party, overall impact. Oh, look at the strengths, the weakness, what 2027 is going to be looking like. That's what we're going to do. So I'm not getting a sign from that one high. If I catch you and you happen to be a bot, something we give in.
That I know that I've read sufficiently. I know that the DSS in its enabling act is permitted to step in to avoid an embarrassment to the president. Anything that will constitute an embarrassment to the president. Of course, that is not thoroughly defined.
Okay.
But it's there in the act setting it up. So does the DSS see this as an attempt to embarrass the president? So if they were given the mandate to do something where they can see an attempt to embarrass the president, it will be difficult for anyone to argue that in this case they've done something wrong. Now, what happened? All of the people banging their heads against the wall on that matter, they were wrong. Because the president never said corruption had been defeated in Nigeria. You have to look at context.
Yeah.
We are in an era in which people can't even think deeply anymore. They are overwhelmed by their emotions. They are running mad. They are running wild with their emotions, and they just say all kinds of things. The president said, in the management of the foreign exchange markets, that corruption had been defeated. And the president was the first to say that. Said to all Nigerians that these days, you don't need to know the CBN governor if you want Forex. That's a big player in the corporate space in our country.
AAC
He's one of the biggest industrialists, probably one of the 5 biggest industrialists in our country. So he has to know what he's talking about. So to start saying that the president said corruption had been defeated without bearing in mind the
So, Mogusi Sowore from.
Because of our time, let's move straight to our next conversation.
As a
Now, when
party man.
Nigerian right, the defense.
Like, share, and subscribe if you are. Ṣé o Jésù a ò máa níyàn?
Pretty crazy. They said
Oh.
he has already become a
So AAC, what AAC stand for? How do we define AAC ideology and leadership and activism style all involved together as one? So AAC was founded 2018 as a youth-driven movement, pretty much emphasis on revolution, wealth decentralization, healthcare, education, anti-corruption, those goodies. That's what the party is centered on. And that's where the anger was actually coming from when Obi came in and just swept that youth angle of the party off. Consistency, you will give it to him, not the party. They constantly advocate for justice. So, as a party, they are not living up to that aspect of the ideology. But as a candidate, Sowore himself, forte, that is for keep him alive. The party as an organization, let's see how it has grown from 2020. They expanded to state chapters. Actress Chioma, that's in Anambra. She contested, but she created Sowore for empowering women. That's not enough. But the party has been entangled in leadership crisis pretty much since 2020. I ain't deputy go be part. Where is Pastor Sam? But then know they practice federal character.
Conferred on him just by respect, you know. Chill Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is already a celebrity in prison. They said he has already become the president of the prison, but I doubt that is what Nnamdi Kanu wanted. But it must have been conferred on him just by respect, you know. So very soon, you will see that they will, on their own, reverse the most fundamental mistake they ever made regarding Nnamdi Kanu. You can quote me on that.
Sir, Nnamdi Kanu is in Sokoto prison.
What did we predict to you? That they will do that. But I also predicted that it will be the greatest mistake of their life. And now, the people we asked to protest to prevent Nnamdi Kanu from going to jail are all rushing to Sokoto. I want his family members to give me the rights to admit people to see him, so that I can be screening them. And I'll tell you the day the judge who sentenced him is going to go to Sokoto. He's going to go beg like Fela was begged in Bama prison for doing what is wrong, if he has not done that already. But if he wants to go there, this was the one to them. When they were taking him to Sokoto, they thought they would ridicule him. When they got to Sokoto, he has turned Sokoto to another Mecca.
Yes, pilgrimage.
That's what we predicted. You know, they don't have sense because they don't have people. And now, you jail Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is already a celebrity in prison. They said he has already become the president of the prison, but I doubt that is what Nnamdi Kanu wanted. But it must have been conferred on him just by respect, you know. So very soon, you will see that they will, on their own, reverse the most fundamental mistake they ever made regarding Nnamdi Kanu. You can quote me on that.
So what do you have to say? The judge has ruled that you should be restrained from talking about some issues that incite the public against the government.
Don't quote the judge. He just said that he was talking about national security. National security.
Yes.
I'm not a police officer.
Yes.
You also heard me tell the judge that we have a plan to defeat the candidate on the other side.
Yeah.
And I will continue to make public policy statements. It's all right. You know, I think we have to give it to the judge that he applied wisdom.
Sir, Anihu Ribadu has been seen of late talking about the safety of the abducted. He was even reassuring the families of the victims that their children are well and safe while in captivity. Doesn't that speak of?
What Ribadu has come to tell you that he's the new chief negotiator with the terrorists. So, and that's probably what Tinubu appointed him to be doing now. What they are doing is empowering the terrorists, and it is because they have no capacity to disempower them. So they engage. If Tinubu can tell you that they are in good hands, they said, and they are safe where they are, then come and redefine to me the meaning of safety. If a child who is barely 15 to 16 years is not in school and not with their parents, they are not safe. There's nobody who is safe in the hands of the rich. No. So that's why I said you should redefine to me the meaning of safety. But they are telling you, without me saying words, that's the world we are living in. Maybe some of you are still in denial.
Do you now support the US coming to rescue Nigeria?
No, the US is not coming to rescue Nigeria. The US is ridiculing Nigerian leaders.
So what should we do?
Well, kick out the leaders who cannot protect you.
Exactly.
That's simple. You deserve protection, not from the. You didn't elect Donald Trump to protect you. Elected, or they selected Tinubu. And the reason I'm saying this, so that those of you who are carried away by US promises, is that if the US comes there to help you clear Sambisa forest, who is going to clear the forest in Edo State for you? Except you then agree that the US must replace your government. So your next governor in Edo State will be called Moore from Idaho. The one from Ondo State will be from New York. You know, the one from Zamfara, they may not find a governor to go to Zamfara because US people don't like to go to unsafe places. So, and I have restated it again, that as an African, a Pan-Africanist, it is a disgrace that we keep looking for, salvation from the people who enslaved us, the people who colonized us. Somebody who took you as a slave 400,000 years ago cannot love you when it is him and his past policies and of their grandparents that put you in the condition that have you forgotten the Cold War? Have you forgotten colonialism? Have you forgotten their attempts to replace that? They've even trained so many of the soldiers, the DSS, they were trained in the US or by the US security agencies. How come it didn't have any impact? So if you want salvation, build your own country. Elect leaders who can, but always looking for help from people. It's like you are looking for, you are looking for help from a foreign religion, foreign gods. Now you are looking for help from the foreign army to come and help you cleanse your land. They don't have your time. They have. You see, I want to tell you, the US has the attention deficit in terms of international intervention and policies. They don't have time for you to. They don't have time to stay with you. After a while, if it inconveniences them, they leave. But they don't even have any plan to come here except just do some symbolic actions. And then at the end, you need to have your leaders protect you after they have come and gone. That is if they come at all.
Do you now support state police?
What?
State police.
Oh, I've always supported state police.
Even if
but not without proper guidance and regulation. I support state police on the condition that all the policemen will be trained according to the same standards across the country, and that they are well paid, not like in Ondo State where they have an equivalent of state police right now. They don't even have, they have casualization, they don't have appointment letter, they don't have insurance cover. You want people to come and risk their lives for you, and they don't have anything to show that they are working with you. So it has to be properly regulated. You must pay them well, you must provide them with insurance, they must have housing, not barracks, because barracks don't work anymore for me. And they must be properly trained, and they must have rules and regulations. Because we've seen a situation where the leader of the Amotekun in Ondo State is trying to kill some of his staff who are opposed to the way he's running the place. So that's why regulations for this are very important for him. But state police, campus police, any police, I'm in support of it, but not rogue law enforcement agencies.
A video just resurfaced of Matawale advocating that not all bandits are criminals.
And not all criminals are bandits. I don't want to waste my time responding to the likes of. It's a reflection of where we are. That again, the worst amongst us is governing the most brilliant amongst us. So these are washed-up people that have no business. These are people that should be in jail. I met one governor, former governor here this morning. What is his name? Babangida Ali.
Okay. Justice.
He was alone in a BMW. So he saw me, came to greet me. I said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "I've been facing corruption charges for 10 years." I said, "Why don't you join the APC?" and stop disturbing yourself.
But
You say you can't join them. I said, well, it's a matter of time.
yes.
Yeah.
So, how many of you know that Sowore has a party? That is a chairman of a political party. This was the national convention that was held in Abuja that elected him again for the second time. This is in Abuja national convention. He's won the chairmanship of the party again, second time in a row. Oh, Igbo man and Igbo women for the ESCO. You got fight trouble. For trouble. It's your turn. Create a political party, build it, finance it, and leave it for corrupt politicians to take over leadership. Sowore will continue to be the national chairman until liberation comes. In 2023, we got our back a week to closure of submission of the presidential candidate. Presidential election, Abi. Come on now. So, let's see. So people are saying that's how we want to be, so we can have a safe pace. AAC is impenetrable, impenetratable, I'm all right. And we want to keep it that way for Nigeria. We love it like that. Make them create their own party and give it to Nubu. Nah, bro. This is democratic dictator. One man, one show. Hallelujah. Probably spam. Okay, we'll worry them too. He won't even win in his world. You think politics is thuggery and making stupid mouths about, I got the beef. That guy is beefing. So as a party, you're fucking with Sowore. I'll make the party give obedience. Since he don't become party chairman, let take it back. Take it back. That's a leader song. That's a leader song. You know, these are the faces at the convention. You know, young faces. That's what. Younger. These are party escorts. These are cabinet member in case if AAC took power. You are seeing the face of cabinet members. Don't say I don't tell you. These are your cabinet members. I told you now. Let's see how many people. Over 40 political parties that were registered the same year with AAC have been deregistered and sold to APC and PDP. Only AAC under the leadership of Sowore is standing. When Buhari imprisoned Sowore, they tried to hijack the party, but we got back in 2023. Months to election, let anyone agree that Sowore was re-elected as the national chairman go and hug transformer. Chai. AAC is the only alternative party in Nigeria. Okay. Let's see the argument. Let's hear the argument here. Unfortunately, Nigerians are not awake. They must wake up whether they like it or not. You gotta wake them up, nigga. You gotta go wake them up. If you're on social media, that means you are not asleep. So they are awake. Ogago thank Chibuke Amechi for making AAC still one of political party in Nigeria. If it not for him, AAC is worthless. I didn't know that. These are the two. These are the two. They are being used as a state functionaries, but not by the state. I don't know if that makes sense. By the power that be. So So they are playing the same role, and they seems to be doing well. They are now maybe their problem. They are ganging up against obedience. I know Martins will not go with obedience. VDM will go with Tinubu, I think. I know that. But we see. We see as time goes by. The obsession within the Kanu absolutely, I believe, rooted in ethnicity. So, maybe this. He did the Kanu style. The lawyers. That's our national convention. I'm disappointed though, I'm not gonna lie. A party that has been existing for almost 10 years, this is all they can pull off. The virtual national convention self. They'll get more views. They'll get more views than this. So I don't know. I'm falling for that shit. That crowd is too small for a party that has been existent for that long, and the man is being the man they active every day. Nobody say the man of the country. Even the days we article they stay for Dubai self. You see the gather crowd pass this one. Come on now. Sowore. I don't know why this guy couldn't rally around rally could not give Obiron for his money, I should say. Coming from the southeast, has been privileged enough, you know. He couldn't. I don't know why, fit. It should be the one. If there's anybody at all outside will be in the southeast, they should be looking out for this guy. But I don't know. That is not playing card well, or it's just doesn't have what it takes. Listen.
I asked for this job, and the president has said, I am the man in the saddle. I asked for this job, and I will get it done. Yeah. And he said that the pains that we are experiencing are initial pains of the policies of government, yes, and this will go away. Do you agree, considering what we are seeing in the last 3 months or so, which have significantly impacted on the livelihood, the well-being of the average citizen?
Well, I agree with him. Interestingly, I so much agree with him. He's in a catch-22 situation. As at June 2023, there was no money. The foreign exchange was all booby-trapped with debts. Oil revenues was negative. The foreign exchange situation was almost 10 billion old forward sales, crude oil forward sales. So the 8 years of Buhari was a major value destroying 8 years. The APC government led by Buhari destroyed value in a significant manner, in an unprecedented manner, just similar to his 1984 destruction of value. So now, but he did it for 8 years, so the damage was humongous. Now, to cure that damage, there is no switch bulb that you can just light and things will do raise out. So that government had acquired almost 23 trillion in ways and means, had borrowed money in dollars that has significantly hindered the government's ability to have foreign exchange because they need to service those debts in dollars. Now, so any government that comes in is going to face significant headwinds.
Even if it was Atiku, even if it was Peter Obi, if it was Sowore, if it was anyone.
Headwinds. Now, the difference that the president is suffering is not economics. You know, the economy in Nigeria was going to go belly up. We're going to have to pay for the foreign exchange that they were manipulating and selling at 400 naira to themselves and to their cronies. We're going to pay a price for it at some point. So that price, this president has beaten the bullet and said, let's pay it. Now, what the challenge is that he has lack of political consensus in Nigeria on taking these tough decisions. The people that voted for him are a minority in Nigeria. 63% of the voters did not vote for him. So he needs to woo them that now that I'm president, I need to bring you guys on board because I'm going to take decisions that are going to hurt. So he needed that. He's not doing that. He needed to also tell the country that before we even go forward, I am going to tighten the belt. As the captain of a plane will say to you, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be expecting turbulence. Please sit down, tighten your seatbelts, fasten your seatbelt, no movement, all crew sit down. We're going into turbulence. That's what the captain announces when he's heading to turbulence. Now, this president has ignored the 67% and continued with his 37%, 63%, and continued with his 37%. Not only did he continue with his 37%, he has taken it to another half of his 37% even in his appointments and body language. So he has taken it further away. Now, what he doesn't understand is that this is no time for grandstanding. Decisions are going to be difficult anyway. It is time to show, first of all, I am biting the bullet. I'm going to cut down on my own expenses. I'm going to make sure that government across all boards are cut down. He needed to have even brought up the Sahara report first, cut down the Senate and the House of Reps to ask our national question. Do we really need two houses in this country? He needed to have kept the country talking and say, look, we need to find ways to cut this cost.
Some kind of restructuring.
I don't want to use the word
aligning the structure or rejigging the structure.
I don't want to use the word restructuring. It has its own connotations in Nigeria. I want to just use the word, the cost I'm carrying is heavy.
Rethinking the manner in which we do things.
Spending money. So that would have been akin to what Babangida did when he came to power after Buhari. He said to the country, you know, this is Professor Cookie. Go and find out from Nigerians what kind of political arrangement they would like. Then he had Aboyade, the economist, set up the 50-man economic team, Professor Aboyade, Iken and Zimiro, both communists, both Marxist lecturers, and they brought them together. Then he led the country on an IMF debate. Should we take IMF loan or not? The country said, let's take the conditionalities, but not the loan. So we went ahead. So when the SAP difficulties came, people were expecting that difficulty.
Already.
He had our consensus.
I don't know why Osita no be Sowore of the East. Why, or should I say, I don't know why Obasanjo no back home, because my political son too. You know, why he go for Obi, and why up to now the guy is still, in a way, struggling, politically speaking, to find home or to get identity. It's been around for a minute. It's been one of the privileged few. But Nothing is struggling. Make King John obedient so that maybe things go.
You don't know me? You don't know me? Ah, yes. You don't know me? Ah, yes.
They do for them when they go, they go there. They did yet another day to remind those who sentenced Sheikh Abdul Jabbar Nasiru Kabara to death that it is time to do the right thing and release him immediately. Justice demand no less. The Kano state government must end its politically motivated death sentence now, caused by former Governor Anguje. Free Abdul Jabbar now. Oh. You have no idea what's going on here. Just back up. It's not revolution now. Okay, stop engaging in things you don't know about. Allah Sarki ya Yaban to say they don't listen to anyone anymore. They are deaf leaders with stuff in neck. They are busy sitting there up for disaster. So Sowore, as a chairman of a party or as a founder, the guy no try. If you want to judge him by that, you can only the country. He doesn't move a party from the streets to an official address. The national version is a mockery of itself. Even myself, if I organize a meet and greet, a meet and greet, you know. If I organize meet and greet, I'll gather crowd. I'll gather crowd past waiting AAC gather for Abuja. If I do meet and greet, I'll gather crowd past AAC. AAC disappoint me. AAC for my hand. We should become a new member. How? Become a new member of the only revolutionary party in Nigeria. Join AAC today. Make I even see how they join. Let's also go and join. Let's see what their party is. Let's see their website. A party that literally started from website. As a website, should be the best website of its kind. Join the Nigerian. Say let us build the Nigerian we dreamed of. Join the movement for a transparent, accountable, and progressive Nigeria. That we can create lasting change that benefits every goddamn Nigerian. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay, let me see. Okay, we try. We are committed to transforming Nigeria through focused actions in 6 key areas that will drive sustainable development and prosperity for security, power, education, infrastructure, healthcare, agriculture. I don't understand. That's it. The African National Congress is progressively political party committed to building a new Nigeria. Blah 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 blah. Let's meet the party national executive. Meet the dedicated leaders driving our mission for a better Nigeria. Our executive brings decades of experience in governance, activism, and public service. These are our cabinet member. I'm sure they become president 2027. No? These are your cabinet member, ladies and gentlemen. Your chief justice, your minister of Bogwe. The national chairman is your veteran journalist, activist, revolutionary, and advocate for what? No, that's it. Okay. Let's go to Ian Okokpi Agu. I don't know how they pronounce that one. Okpi Agu. Okpi Agu. Agu is a national secretary and engineer, executive director at Higher Agri Trustee and Pay Still. What these people say, I think I see. Where they find them? Festival Foundation, CEO of Eco Solar Nigeria. Okay. We have our national treasurer, Samuel Ajiegbe, national treasurer for African Action Congress, dedicated to transparent financial management and accountability. I think I know this face somehow. One of those in like stars. Femi Adeyeye, activist, revolutionary builder, energy and tech enthusiast with interest in data analysis and business intelligence. Social crusader, co-convener of Fund Education Coalition. All right. Let's see them. Let's see more of them. Come, now, we might not do this on a party. See what kind of rubbish is this? The people put that woman, that lady that ran for governor for just for sake. Come on now. Sowore. What's going on? This is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. Where are the women? Now we are boycotting this party. Come 2027, we are going to make sure you know get votes. Ken Ensure, not Kate, but Ken, Deputy National Chairman, South South, Environmental Justice Advocate, Executive Director, We the People, 2024 Better Challenge Fellow, Campaigner at Better. No. A woman who the whole party. Abba, come on now. Come on, Sowore. That's not Then we have here Philip Ikpe Myong. Okay, fuck that. I don't know that name. Human rights activist, pro democracy campaigner, and community organizer. We have Muhammadu Bako, Deputy National Chairman, North Central, businessman, community organizer. Abdullahi Usman, Deputy National Chairman, Northwest, journalist, media consultant, freedom fighter. Sowore, this is a national party, no be say that, and they call it revolutionary party, and there are no women in your organization in 2025. How revolutionary are you, my friend? These people, you guys, Sowore no try. AAC, you guys I can do better. What's going on? I wanna go formal like this. That's not that's not acceptable. Not acceptable. Let me see. What do they require? Names, first, last, address, phone number, passport. Bullshit. For the first season, I know get woman for a leadership team. That means so we will make una give una Nigeria to run. We no see any woman. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. That's not good, man. Somebody that there's problem with that the inner working committees there. I hold national a political party. No get one woman. That's so fucking unacceptable, man. That's not acceptable. That's not that fucking acceptable. That's not acceptable. No way. Matter of fact, I don't verse. I don't verse. I don't close. How dare you people not having a woman? A whole party that want to win election, that want to govern the country. They exempt a woman. There's no woman there. How do you explain that? That no Nigerian woman qualify enough to be secretary, national secretary, national publicity, national chairman, national secretary, national treasurer, national organizing secretary, deputy national. Like, what the fuck, man? At least for optics, as I said, just for sake of optics, the lady that ran for governorship, you put her here as the national deputy chairman, Southeast. What's going on? No. Disqualified. Now tell me why I no go vote for APC. Somebody should convince me why Tinubu will not get my vote with all this cash. You are supposed to be the party, the only alternative party to all these political parties. Look at what kind of should I call these mistakes or what? This is not acceptable. I will not take this. No way. That should not be something that should be acceptable. I don't care any excuse where they won't give. this guy. Because Abuja, they bring you. What the fuck, man? Let's see. Is this what I'm saying? The Abuja, they bring you come. I didn't see this coming. I know it's gonna come one day, but god damn. Ṣeun 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 Anikulapo Kuti. Make I show una wetin I dey talk. Maybe when Ṣeun register his party, na Ṣeun party I go join. Since Ṣeun no get woman for him. Ṣeun no get woman for him party. I'll do that. So this is Dr. Damage's plan for next week. That should be interesting. Ah, so all right. So he said Shehu Kuti is far more than the son of his legendary Anipolawa Kuti. He is the living flame of an ideology raised in the crucible of the Kalakuta Republic, a communal, a political rebellion, a revolution. Shehu grew up where art was resistance, music was a weapon, and silence was never an option. He stepped on stage with Egypt 80, just 9 years old, and by 15, following Fela passing, he assumed full leadership of the legendary band. But Shehu did not stop at preserving a legacy. He amplified Afrobeat, shaping it into modern instrument of protest and political clarity. On his episode, he joined us for a compelling conversation titled The Kalakuta Fire, Shehu Kuti on politics, activism, and a Nigerian that refused to change. You don't want to miss this shit. Okay. We'll see. That should be interesting. That should be interesting. Interestinta. Interestinta. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. So I did laugh because I just imagined already how the obedience we go after Ashegu. That'll be fun to watch. It'll be an interesting 90 minutes Africa. We'll see. Olubara rẹ o, ọba tó èyí. I don't know what the brain behind. Anyway, we'll see why Christopher Musa was chosen. I don't even know what we are listening to. Let's listen to can grammar where this guy all can speak. The fuck is Benson?
So, a significant shake-up of Nigeria's security leadership, with President Tinubu turning to a seasoned soldier to steer the country's defense ministry. General Christopher Musa, a battle-hardened veteran with over 3 decades of experience, is the new defense minister, subject to Senate approval. He replaces Mohammed Badaru Abubakar, who resigned, citing health reasons. General Musa's appointment comes at a critical juncture, with Nigeria grappling with a surge in insecurity, including banditry, kidnappings, and militant attacks. As Chief of Defense Staff from 2023 to 2025, General Musa led key operations against insurgency in the Lake Chad region, earning recognition and accolades, including the prestigious Colin Powell Award for Soldiering in 2012. With his nomination awaiting Senate confirmation, many analysts say General Musa is poised to bring a fresh perspective to Nigeria's defense strategy. but they say he also faces the daunting task of tackling the country's complex security challenges. Well, let's find out what a top member of the National Assembly thinks. And for this, I'm joined now in the studio by the chairman of the House Committee on Defense, Honorable Jimmy Benson. Thank you very much indeed for coming in. And let's be clear that he actually served under you, because you've been the chairman of the House Committee on Defense for some time now.
That's right. I actually screened him in 2023. Yes. So, you want me to talk about it?
So you know a thing or two.
I know one or two things about him.
Yeah, so let's start from that then. In your assessment, does General Musa's experience and expertise make him the best fit for the role of defense minister given Nigeria's current security challenges, or just a fit given the fact that we suddenly had a defense minister who had to drop out because ostensibly he fell sick, or he's been sick?
Okay, yeah, I think he's a good fit. He's a round peg. Like I said, I screened him about 2.5 years ago, and I still remember how well he did at the screening session. He's a soldier. He was in the theater in Maiduguri, and he was also known for his welfarist approach to his soldiers. And one who...
So a soldier with a heart.
With a heart, yes, with a big heart, right? So he took care of his boys, so I like that. I like to see that. I like to see soldiers who don't think about themselves, who think about the welfare of the troops behind them. Yes. So I also think it's an opportunity for the president to take his eyes a little bit off the heavy workload, because he's going to assign that job with somebody who comes in with tremendous respect from the armed forces, tremendous respect from the parliament as well, tremendous respect from Nigerians. I actually spoke with him today, and I said he's probably the most Googled man in Nigeria at the moment, you know. So he has come at a very challenging time.
Indeed.
And I remember what Taisho Larry used to say, may your road be rough. You know?
But on that note of challenging time, because you would know a thing or two about that, how will the National Assembly in its screening process ensure that he aligns with this country's overall security strategy and priorities?
He has no choice. His work is cut out for him. Like I always use the word VUCA. America said we live in a VUCA world. So whenever they go to a territory that is a bureau, they call it VUCA. That's volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. So the world is volatile. So I know he's done his analysis. He knows he lives in, his work is cut out for him. You know, so he needs to ensure that security and welfare of the people is maximized, particularly the security.
And I mean, obviously the National Assembly, you included, chairman of Defense, the Committee on Defense, I mean, it much more so now than before because of not only the security challenges, the international focus, particularly the United States on Nigeria, the fact that the president has declared emergency in the security sector. I mean, it almost seems that it is, there's more work for the National Assembly to do to ensure that this new defense minister is checked and balanced by new mechanisms that, you know, will ensure that he is accountable to the National Assembly and to the Nigerian people.
Absolutely. He came in 2003 with a set of guys, General Agbaja and two others at that time. And their priority was always to say that the kinetic solution should be hand in hand with the non-kinetic. For them, the non-kinetic is ensuring that the local government work effectively. They always said that they go out, they win territories and in ungovernable spaces, but they don't see local government administration in place, right? So he's somebody who understands that winning the war and ensuring that government, the last mile local government administration become very effective and efficient aids security, not insecurity. You know, so that's his philosophy, right? We fight, we win the battle, and a responsible, responsive, efficient government in place to make sure things flow.
And when you have somebody who is demonstrably efficient like that, and who is not just us saying it, I mean everybody who is in the field, a lot of his colleagues, those under him, those who were on the same level with him, have said that. I mean, when that happens, does that make it easier for the National Assembly in its oversight role to ensure that the Defense Minister is implementing policies and programs effectively?
Yes, it makes it easier. So the relationship is more it's smoother because we already knows he has a good heart, he has empathy, and is also ruthless. I remember one of those days we had an oversight session in Kaduna. So we said to him, how are we going to go to Kaduna? We need transportation. He said, the Kaduna to Abuja road is free. I'm from Kaduna. I will never, ever allow Kaduna to be in the hands of bandits or terrorists. So he liberated that place till date. The Kaduna-Abuja expressway without any bandits or
but that's one
insecurity
place.
issues.
That's there are
one
numerous
place.
other places where you really can't go on the road. It's not advisable.
Yeah, but it wasn't, I'm saying, because of him.
Right.
Like the place became liberated. And there are many, many more places, many more things he's tried to do, right? That now he's the overarching authority in the, if passed by the screenings passes through, his overarching authority that superintend over that ministry. And our job is to ensure that we provide adequate scrutiny to ensure that he does a great job.
And is there the remotest chance that the Senate in particular, but the National Assembly in general, might end up not confirming him?
That would be tough. But I'm sure he's a man of steel. Yes, he's able to defend his qualifications. He's able to defend his professional experiences. If he can do that, I don't think there's any reason why they wouldn't pass him.
But do you see any conflicts of interest that might get in the way?
No, I don't see any conflict of interest, yeah.
Well, let me seize the opportunity of having you here, because it's not every day we have you sitting there. You're the chairman of the House Committee on Defense, which is a very strategic committee. Let's talk about the security problems in this country at the moment, because, I mean, you've been there for a while, and I'm sure you'll agree that it has been getting worse, not better. I mean, that's the general consensus with a lot of people. Suddenly, we're having those mass abductions again. We're having, every time we're told, you know, they've been defeated, suddenly there's a burst of energy from all those criminal gangs. Let's talk, for example, about the kidnappings of school children. One of the most
Nobody is not coming to them. It's in, I think it's in Lagos. The electoral is guiding the CS. You know, we also have two other cases where we sold that was it's been a letter asking for this one, I read what they are ready. That's why now what did I do? What is in this cup? This was still taken from us. Yes. Processed in the factory in Europe. We are the owner.
And then the plastic from rubber plantations across the south Nigeria.
The rubber is from a rubber plantation here. But there's nothing there that is foreign. When foreign culture putting this in on the and he's now arguing, even the women are putting fake there. That's yeah, the US has gotten rid of weeks. That's the reality. As part of their. But we here, we always love things that are foreign. We're foreign gods, foreign leaders, foreign bombs, foreign terrorists.
Heading this Atlantic. Then you made the Nigerian Navy ship balance, which was now named you might be comments there. That's an answer. We just keep.
It's superiority.
Epistemic occurred 200-300 years ago, and we're not having it occur continuously. It's not a continuous process.
You say that we have our land. It's wrong to be using other people's land to litigate in court. Today's going to be long.
Today is the day of revolution.
Yeah.
So the court will be revolutionized.
Even judge said,
see, my lawyer, when the court is the judge cannot. Now I won't be surprised if what they will say.
No. They came to meet him now. That he's retired. Retired next year.
Oh. Is it with a stage of 3 age or the one that was given to an sometimes
whatever is there, like
I sit down and look at some of the CJs across the country and judges of the High Court, justices of the Appeal Court. I used to see them at the age of 13, 14.
You can pick it.
It's a cut. So we just shop is in a man pick the cut.
Larry.
And if you need further information. Thank you.
Second defendants. Sorry, let me just go to acknowledgement. Okay, so that's this one. So you just next but you can just sorry, please can you stop filming? It's okay, you can continue the call, like yeah. No, I want that to stop filming. I just don't want to be on camera. Even the process. Sorry, just for myself. When I go, you can continue. It's not really a big deal. When I go, she can continue now. It's in my place to decide. She's videoing my processes, and it does not matter when I was called to her. I am a yes, of course I'm a lawyer. I know. Calm down. That's my pen, right?
This is excellent.
Is somebody here?
They filed an objection to dismiss the matter. We agree with them, so this matter should be quashed. So we have 2 objections against the yesterday. There's no reason to this nature report. Banditry ravages the country. The government is only interested in prosecuting people who criticize and ask for accountability in the public space. We think this matter should not go on. We think this matter should be quashed.
What is this? Okay, Twitter has entered.
Yeah, finally.
So we're still going to sue Twitter.
Of course, we're going to sue. We're already sued them.
By the way, I want to sue Facebook. They took down they've been taking down my WhatsApp for the whole week now. My WhatsApp. There's no fake here. Just a lawless, useless, and very idle DSS.
Well, I don't know why you guys call it DSS. They are still SSS.
Doesn't matter what you call it. Doesn't matter the alias name they call it.
But DSS is not denial state service. They are living in denial.
I get research someone to give you a swing. So I think that I have my new eyes.
This is the project. What was that again? Criminal minded person.
It contains all kinds of things that we cannot explain.
Exhibits.
This would be 3 and 4. Into evidence. What kind of evidence is used in jailing Nnamdi Kanu? One of the exhibits was his traveling bag.
Nigeria. We held it. Just studying the Abuja. I think so. Want to Nigeria. June next year. I will be surprised because we have a country to sell. This year. And of course, have we confirmed the date of that case? Jema Unit was no. Okay, yeah, for the protest. Yeah, they didn't have they don't come to work, except when they have cases against them. They probably do some of their cases at home. But that's a funny thing that at the TIG level, people can remember. How is that? Okay, very good, sir. What else to say? Is this one? Like the case of the students of the University of Costa who was just remanded in the post-general facility in Calabar. For what? They criticize the administration and all of that. And this is what they do these days. And magistrate courts across the country. And it's something with SRO and a couple of other media outlets have reported over time. So they grab you, look for a willing magistrate, and they just send a remand order. You don't have any day. I think it's time we start exploring some of those people. No, it's a situation in which they obtain an imprisonment without trial. Without trial. Because by the time you are done with violating your freedom, you have spent more time in jail than you would have been sentenced if you were convicted. Oh, come on, and the moment they do that, the prosecutors stop coming to court. In the docket of the judiciary is designed to do exactly that. Nothing is. We don't really have a criminal justice system. It's just that the justice system itself is criminal in nature. It's a justice system. Just us. So the noise that the AAC was making up my area. Yeah, and where are we? Where are we? It will linger for another 10 years. And then eventually when he's prosecuted, one president, former governor of Niger State, Babangida. Okay, Ali. So he was going to drink me. I was like, what are you still doing? Because he says he's been in court in 10 years. Why don't you go and join the PC and stop them? and stop the trial. I know you would have become an ambassador to somewhere. Even if it's Benin Republic. It's not that they would have stopped the trial, you'll be convicted and then granted the presidential pardon. No, there's no way you have a corruption case to join the PC and they'll convict you. It will be thrown out on technicality. Yes. Look at this Ojus Okangalo here, OUK. His case is pending. But why the Supreme Court asked them to go and retire him? Why that is pending? They couldn't find the judge willing to do that. His daughter has been appointed as ambassador. His younger brother, same father, the same mother, has also been appointed into some very powerful position. So I expect someone like that to be for Nnamdi Kanu. This is the Nigeria of their dream. But the Nigeria of your nightmare. Yes. Justice for all is just not specific enough. Yes. Justice for all is not specific enough. Nigeria, top to bottom. That one rest wherever he's resting. That one can never rest.
It's crazy. Well, the EFCC is busy jailing crimes, those who commit financial crimes, those who commit economic crimes. We don't care about them. Why are you even sure those guys commit financial crimes? The EFCC has become so terrible that I think it's rather than people see chicken. But the biggest job they do these days is the cover up. Yeah. They have to cover up. That's where they make most of them. Or somebody else to see right you. Can you imagine that? They have no right to invite someone or own someone. Things that are supposed to be civil, they always look for a way to criminalize it, you know? It's the reason DSS working to call that courts and everything. You know, I'm supposed to take everybody to court to know that. You're not supposed to take anybody to court to know that. You have his dossier in your office that shows he's a criminal. They have, the DSS has Tinubu dossier in their office that shows that Tinubu is a criminal. They have a whole file as big as this that they have been gathering since he started politics, since 1992. I'm saying they have a dossier on him since 1992 that shows that he's a criminal. So, and this is 2025. You need me to tell you that. Would it not be exciting to see that the court subpoenas SSS to provide those documents? Probably fire. They will tell you they don't have fresh life. Or they will burn the fire outbreak will happen. There will be a fire outbreak. Or probably a non-existent flood that happened in 1993 would have flooded the way they did. It's just so easy to predict. They will just burn the record section. Like they did that, they did to Bush record during exams. And nobody's prosecuted for that. When you can send Namdekano to the jail for saying something about it, so you refuse to prosecute the people who burned down Bush records to target Tinubu's criminal records over Alphabeta. That was what they went to burn down in Bush records. I guess that was faulted because of Nnamdi Kanu's brokers too. Yeah, according to the record. They don't know what. All the VRT buses in Lagos are not Nnamdi Kanu. I guess also the Apo Mechanic Village. And because they try so hard to push the media, which has become a nebulous, to give birth to their lies and their disinformation that the protest was hijacked. Meanwhile, there were just two different parallel vehicles running. If anybody hijacked the protest, it was the government. It was the government's activity that was hijacked. When I didn't go to start prosecuting the soldiers who went to shot and killed most of them. All the SSS officers who brought dogs and fathers. Yes, in Abuja. Guarantee you, we will prosecute everybody when we get into office. 2027, inshallah. Nobody. And I told him, it doesn't matter. I said, what is wherever you are, if you run away from justice, we bring justice to you. It is not a case of extraordinary. Even in our hospital bed, we won't abduct you. We'll do it the right way. We'll do it the right way. while we're waiting for the judge, you guys can take a break while we wait for the judge.
Now, President Tinubu's recent list of ambassadorial nominees has sparked a mix of reactions from Nigerians, with some praising the move, while others have expressed concerns over the inclusion of certain individuals. The list is made up of 17 non-career ambassadors and 15 career ambassadors. The non-career include notable figures such as former INEC chairman Mahmood Yakubu, former presidential aide Rino Omokri, and former aviation minister Femi Fani-Kayode, while some civil society groups back Tinubu's nomination, strategic investments in Nigeria's future. Others have criticized the list, arguing that it prioritizes political loyalty over professional merit. So how much does the controversy surrounding the list highlight the ongoing debate about Nigeria's diplomatic service and the importance